Hello friend, welcome to back my channel Old Coins History. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. So let's get it started. The 1992 United Kingdom 10 pence coin, a staple in the post-decimal coinage system, holds a significant place in the broader narrative of British monetary evolution, not merely as a unit of transactional value, but as a vessel of national identity, craftsmanship, and institutional continuity. To understand the full scope of the 1992 10p coin, one must appreciate both the technical specifications and the intricate web of history and cultural elements surrounding it. Issued under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait graces the obverse, this coin reflects the monarch's enduring presence on British currency and symbolizes the nation's deep-rooted adherence to constitutional tradition. In 1992, the United Kingdom was in the midst of ongoing numismatic refinements that had begun with decimalization in 1971. Wherein the pre-decimal system of pounds, shillings, and pence gave way to a more streamlined structure based on multiples of 10, making calculations easier for the public and aligning the UK more closely with European monetary norms. By the time this 10p coin was struck in 1992, it retained the larger size originally introduced in 1968 in anticipation of decimalization, measuring 28.5 millimeters in diameter and weighing 11.31 grams. Composed of a cupronickel alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which not only lent it durability, but also a silvery appearance that aligned with traditional expectations for silver coinage, despite its non-precious metal content. The obverse design features Raphael Maklouf's portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, introduced in 1985 and used until 1997. This effigy is particularly notable for its classical elegance and regal bearing, with the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem iconographic choice that visually reinforced her authority and the ceremonial nature of British monarchy. The legend encircling the portrait reads Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1992, which expands to Elizabeth II de Gratia, Regina Fidei Defensor, translating as Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This is a standard inscription on UK coinage, a legacy of both Roman Catholic and Protestant traditions. Echoing the sovereign's constitutional and ecclesiastical roles, the reverse of the 1992 10p coin is equally symbolic, bearing the design of a crowned lion passant guardant, often referred to as the English lion. This heraldic beast is a powerful national emblem, drawn from the royal arms of England and frequently associated with British bravery, strength, and kingship. Designed by Christopher Ironside, one of the most influential British coin designers of the 20th century. This reverse was part of the original set of decimal coin reverse designs and persisted on the 10p piece until the radical redesign in 2008, which replaced heraldic elements with a segmented image of the royal shield. Spread across different coin denominations, the historical context of 1992 provides further layers of meaning to the coin. The early 1990s were a time of social, political, and economic transformation in the UK. Domestically, Britain was grappling with the economic aftershocks of the late 1980s, including high interest rates, a struggling housing market, and rising unemployment. The United Kingdom was also navigating its role in the newly evolving European community, especially following the signing of the Maastricht Treaty in 1992, which laid the foundation for the European Union. This growing interconnectedness had implications not only for political identity but also for monetary matters, making the symbolism of national coinage even more significant in asserting sovereignty amid debates about European integration. Coinage remained a visible assertion of nationhood, particularly the kind of traditional design exemplified by the 10p lion. From a numismatic perspective, the 1992 10p coin marks a period just before significant change. The following year, in 1993, the Royal Mint began phasing in a smaller, lighter version of the 10p coin, reducing its diameter to 24.5 millimeters and its weight to 6.5 grams. This change was part of a broader cost-cutting measure to make the coinage more efficient and aligned in size with coins of similar value in other countries. As such, the 1992 10p coin represents the tail end of an era and is, therefore, of particular interest to collectors who focus on transitional issues or design longevity. Though minted in relatively high numbers for circulations of millions were produced, the coin is notable for being among the last of the large 1op coins minted for general circulation. This makes the 1992 issue somewhat special for completion or those interested in the evolution of British decimal coinage. Furthermore, the Royal Mint's craftsmanship in 1992 reflects a high level of technical consistency, which was essential to maintaining public trust in the currency. Coins, such as the 1 OPR, struck using high-pressure presses capable of producing millions of coins daily, with each die meticulously prepared to ensure accurate, crisp details even on such small canvases. The edge of the coin is milled as security feature to prevent clipping, a practice more relevant in the days of silver coinage, but retained here as both a traditional and aesthetic element. The cupronickel alloy used ensures the coin is resistant to corrosion and wear, which is crucial for denominations, like the 1op, which often remain in circulation for decades. In terms of circulation and daily life, the 1op coin in 1992 held more purchasing power than it does today. At the time, it could buy small confections, basic postal services, or make a phone call at a public telephone booth, now largely obsolete feature of British streets. The coin was a common presence in change, pockets, vending machines, and the tills of newsagents and bakeries across the nation. Despite its everyday ubiquity, its design tied users to centuries of British heraldic tradition and modern sovereign symbolism. For many people, particularly children and those with a budding interest in collecting, the 1op coin might have been their first exposure to coinage as a window into history, design, and culture. Collectors today value the 1992 10p not for rarity, but for its transitional status. Proof versions and uncirculated sets are particularly sought after for their superior strike quality and finish. Some coin sets issued by the Royal Mint in 1992 include the large 1op as part of commemorative or collector presentations, often accompanied by other decimal denominations and presented in polished cases with historical notes. Additionally, as the pre-1993 large 1op coins were demonetized in 1997, they can no longer be spent, making them numismatic rather than monetary artifact pieces that speak of a specific time, both in design, philosophy, and public use. The decision to reduce the size of the 1op coin in the years following 1992 also reflects broader concerns about metal costs, inflation, and the ergonomics of coin usage. Smaller, lighter coins are cheaper to produce and easier to handle, especially when the volume of coins used in commerce is so high. The public initially resisted the new smaller 1op, as is often the case with changes in currency, but it quickly became normalized. Still, the large 1op coins like that from 1992 hold a nostalgic place in the hearts of those who remember them as part of the classic British pocket change of the late 20th century. Beyond its metallic form, the 1992 10p coin contributes to the larger tapestry of British identity. Coins are, in essence, miniature monument sportable artworks that combine practical utility with ceremonial gravitas. They are used by everyone, regardless of class or status, making them a rare instance of democratic symbolism. That such a small item could encapsulate tradition, craftsmanship, sovereignty, economic context, and national pride makes the 1992 10p a more complex object than it might first appear. It represents not only a denomination of value, but a token of trust in the monarchy, in the minting authority of the state, and in the idea of Britain itself. In sum, the 1992 10 pence coin stands at a crossroads of tradition and transition. In the long-standing heraldic designs of Ironside and the dignified portraiture of Maklouf, while foreshadowing the shift to smaller, more economical coinage and the evolving role of physical currency in a rapidly digitizing world. It is a reminder of how coins, though mundane to some, are actually enduring artifacts of statehood, economic history, and shared cultural heritage. Whether found in a collector's album, a forgotten drawer, or a schoolchild's early coin collection, the 1992 10p tells a story of continuity, evolution, and identity, all stamped onto a small round disc of metal.